Hey Charlie, how do I scale my ad account? Do you want to know how you actually scale your ad account? Do you want to know how to raise your budget, how to build up the business, how to spend more money so that you can make more money, and how to do all of this in a way that you can have super high confidence in so that you don't actually have to be worrying about your performance on a day-to-day basis using trend analysis and automated rules so you don't actually have to do any work? Do you want to know how to use performance-based scaling, which is the proven industry standard method of actually growing your ad account in a high confidence way that does not introduce instability and absolutely allows you to maximize your potential without you having to do any work because you're using automated rules, which means that you can be traveling, you can be enjoying life, you can be sleeping, and somebody is working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, never making a single mistake, making all the best choices for you so that you never have to worry about it again. You can just enjoy life and run your business. Does that sound like something that maybe you might be interested in? Does that sound like something that, hey Charlie, how are you doing all this stuff? I have time for everything because I do all of this stuff and I don't actually have to put in any work because I figured out all these systems and because it's automated. The entire system is automated. We're going to get into performance-based scaling trends with automated rules, how you can absolutely do that inside of iOS 14 and why you don't ever actually have to put in another hour of work any given day of any day if you want to scale your Facebook ad account, because it really is that easy. Let's go. First off, thank you so much for your time and your attention. I just got an alert that we're at 75,000 views on YouTube. We crossed 1,000 subscribers. There were over 5,000 people on Twitter. And the Instagram continues to grow every single day. We're getting more and more people on the Pinterest. The TikTok channel is blowing up. I'm getting more and more people inside the Facebook disruptor community, which, hey, look, DM me if you want to get inside that community, because it is actually what you want out of a space of other people, instead of just, let me pay a lot of money to an ad agency that isn't really good so that I can talk to a bunch of overworked, poorly trained individuals who have no idea how to grow my 7-figure business. They're just, working on my ad accounts and being, taught the bad thing. Like, don't be going into those solutions expecting something out of it. Like, if you want to get value for your money, you have to talk to the people that are actually teaching the folks that are trying to take your money. I'm not going to go down that whole route. Anyway, my point is, thank you so much for your time and your energy and your support. Comment below if there's any videos or any topics you want me to get into. And with all that being said, let's just get right to it. By the way, one other thing, if you share this video with some of your friends, please comment my name, tag me so that I can say thank you to you for helping somebody else see success and confidence and success and scale in their business and happiness in their life. And as that thank you, I'll gladly give you 20% off any ebook from FacebookDisruptor.com so that you too can scale up your happiness and success in your life. Quid pro quo. Everybody deserves happiness. Everybody deserves success. It does not have to come at the back of stress, and it actually gets easier and easier the better and better you get at it. Let's get to it, though. Performance-based scaling with automated rules. Let's go. First off, here is a playlist of all the other things for automated rules. Check it out. Now, first, performance-based scaling. Now, this is the industry standard way of actually scaling your ad accounts. Now, you may have heard of it. You may not have heard of it. The honest truth is it has been taught for years, but a lot of times, a lot of folks that don't understand how Facebook works, which is basically most ad agencies, most experts, most gurus, they don't listen to something until they've been beaten over the head with it and they can copy and paste somebody else's work to teach it to you. This has been around for about 2 years, so you're probably going to start seeing things like this. But performance-based scaling basically is built around the concept of if you're doing good enough for long enough, you should invest more. If you're doing poorly for a certain amount of time, you should invest less. Which means we can automate this. The entire system is built around business rules that you can write on a sheet of paper. I literally will have a sticky note. Boom, this is a sticky note. And based on this sticky note, I know exactly what it is that I want to do. Here's some rules right there for my business, and I'm going to scale this business up. I've got rules on my wall here, and I also document these so that I understand how to get it done. So how do you do it? Let's say your target cost per acquisition, because remember, we're going on CPA because your Facebook ROAS is a bullshit metric. CPC is a bullshit metric. CTR is a bullshit metric. CPM is a bullshit metric. And if anybody tells you that those metrics are important, let me know. And you should also know that that person has no fucking clue what they're talking about when it comes to Facebook ads. At all, bottom line, full stop. We're going on in CPA. Now, the metric you get from Facebook may or may not be accurate, but it's inaccurate by a certain amount of information that we can quantify week over week as a steady enough data point for us to make decisions on. Let's say we've determined the Facebook CPA for success for us is $50. Because we said, hey, when our Facebook CPA is around $50, our average store CPA is around 20 or 35, and that gives us the profit margin we need to see the ROAS that we like across the rest of our business, because that gives enough volume out in the marketplace for our Google to work, and gets enough customers to our store for our SEO to be functional, and gets enough people subscribing to our emails and buying so that we're able to generate more and more reoccurring revenue and stuff that's basically much lower cost to get that second, third, fifth purchase. So we know, okay, our target CPA on Facebook is $50. Okay. So what do is we can say, all right, we know it's supposed to be $50. So if over the last, say, 7 days, our average cost is less than $50, sounds to me like we should be spending more money. Now, a lot of people will do this where they'll go in and they'll pull reports and they'll pull by ad set, they'll look at campaigns, they'll bust out calculators and a whole bunch of other stuff. And all that's complete. I mean, it sounds smart, but it's a complete fucking waste of time. You can make an automated rule that says, if my CPA is below 45, because remember, we want headroom. If you don't have headroom between your target and your actual, then you cannot invest more into scaling your ad account. That's one massive mistake so many people make. Let's say you need a 10% headroom. So a $45.50 CPA means that you can spend 10% more tomorrow. And if you don't make a single extra sale, which you probably will, it would totally still be fine for you. Because you have a 10% headroom, which means you can increase your spend by 10%. And if you don't get a single sale, you still made the same amount of stuff, but you're driving more awareness. You're getting more Google traffic. You're getting more people to your site. There's more action going on and more data in the system. So maybe that's not happening for you. What if we got 5% headroom is our target? Is that doable? 5%, so $47.50. If you're coming in the last 7 days at under $47.50 on average over the last 7 days, trend analysis, then let's bump up our budget by 5%. A number that will not introduce so much noise into the system that you actually force Facebook to go into the learning phase. It's easy to make a change at 5%. Now you're saying, well, 5% is not that big of a difference. I'm spending $1,000, 5%. Now I'm spending $1,050. What does that matter? Well, at a target cost of like $50, that's an additional sale every day. But it's not about the first raise. What if we did that Monday, Wednesday, Friday? If you do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you're still maintaining success as you scale your ad account, you know what that's going to look like in 2 weeks? A month? Let's bust out the math. I have a phone. I'm going to bring out the calculator. Ooh, I just saw the ring light in the thing. So let's see. So let's say we start with $1,000, okay? $1,000 times 1.05, 5%, 1,050. That's Monday times 1.05%. Ooh, now we're up 10% by Wednesday times 1.05%. By Friday, we've improved our budget by $150. This is 3 additional sales at minimum every day. Let's say Monday the next week. Now we're up 20%. This is 4 to 5 additional sales a day. Let's say we're continuing this streak. Maybe that Wednesday we saw a little bit of a rush, but we do get a push on that Friday. Now we're at 1,276. So in the space of 2 weeks, we've grown our account by 30%. Let's go again. 340. 1,400. Basically 1,500. Within a matter of a couple weeks, you've grown your ad account by 50%. Now, how many more steps will it take to double your ad account? So right now we're 3 weeks in. All right, so that's Monday. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Point is, I probably should have prepped this thing. The point is, within 6 weeks, Within basically a month, if you can maintain that efficiency, you can double your volume. If you could double your Facebook ad spend, if you could double your ad account every month, and it required you to basically do fucking nothing when it comes to managing your budget, how much time would that save you? How much more money would that be in your pocket? Now, the inverse side of this is what happens if things are going bad? Well, maybe you're at over 50 bucks. Maybe you're at like a 52.50. Let's go the other side. Why not pull back on the budget by 5%? Now, what happens when you put this out in the real world is it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. The average number gets really ugly, but you're always in a spot where if you're doing well, you invest more. And if you're doing poorly, you invest less. And if you have a control campaign and a test campaign, what do you think happens when that test campaign begins to outperform that control campaign? Because that's your goal with the test campaign, is that it should outperform your control. Like that's the whole point. So that eventually you prove that it's so damn good that now you have to introduce that into your control elements, because that's the way we do testing. Well, the net effect of that is your testing campaign might go from 500 a day to 1,000. Maybe it goes to 2,000. Maybe you're looking at all of this, you're like, damn, this is how you go to $1 million a day, a month, sorry, or a year, right? I mean, $1 million a year is $2,740 a day. If you can do this across 1 or 2 campaigns, and where you started at $1,000 a pop, in a month you're at 1,500 is your new baseline. A month from there, maybe you're at 2,500. A month from there, you're at $3,000 to $5,000. Maybe doing that on 2 campaigns. So now you're at 6 to 10 grand. In a very short amount of time, you can go from a couple thousand a day to a couple million a year. And it's completely automated. 100% backed by data. Requires no effort on your part to manage the money, because your job is not to touch the money. Ever to day trade, stop doing it. If you want to scale your ad account, this is the way that you can do it with 100% confidence, with 0% effort, and invest your time and resources in getting other actually important things done. Because managing a budget on Facebook should be something that your automated rules do for you, and you should never actually touch it ever again. If you like this video, by the way, YouTube thinks you might like this one. There's a playlist over here, and you can subscribe over here. And until next time, I'll see you on the internet. Bye.